So 11 years ago, no, not 11. Sorry, I was thinking of something else. 6 years ago, on August 11th, Terry Davis died. He committed suicide by jumping in front of a train. A very unfortunate end to a complicated life. Everyone knows who Terry Davis is. If you don't, just look up a fucking video about him. One person very dedicated to Terry Davis's work, the Temple operating system, is Crunklord. Uh, Terry's crowning achievement was the creation of a programming language called Holy C, which is based off of C, um, to which he wrote his own compiler. Writing a compiler to turn a computer language into, or like a programming language like Holy C, into an executable file that operates as machine code, um, or assembly even. I forget how that works. See, I don't even know how it works. That's how complicated it is. I'm pretty sure that it turns a programming language into actual machine code that is operated on the CPU. Or no, the CPU takes assembly, right? So it turns it into assembly. I'm pretty sure, but that's very complicated. That's what I'm trying to get at. Taking a programming language and making assembly out of it is a big pain in the ass. Writing assembly by hand is a monumental fucking task. So they use compilers to turn more convenient programming expressions into assembly, which the computer can actually interpret and run as machine code. That's my understanding of this. It's very low level. It's low level to the point where nobody has to understand what it is, unless you are an auteur uh, who is on a divine mission by God Himself to create a software temple to the Lord. Then you end up creating a compiler like Terry had. So, Crunklord has written a game engine in C that, using Holy C as a wrapper, can run on the Temple OS operating system. But because it is a regular C game, it can also cross compile into WASM, which is an WebAssembly uh, file, which means that you can play it on a browser if you so choose, and I so choose. So last year, he made Cyberchud. This year, he's working on some in real life stuff, and decided to still work on a little homage. So this is Chud's Vacation, so named because he was basically on vacation. It's a walking simulator, as he calls it. It has various performance improvements. The game engine has, and then I think he's written. He said he wrote like 14,000 additions, like 14,000 new lines of code. And the shader effect in the sky that you see is one of the new things that he wrote. So I've never actually played this before. Can I randomize the palette into something else? Ooh, I don't even know what you would call it. He has this Crunklord's like visionary style is. Ooh, that's nice. Is very reminiscent of that Cruelty Squad game. I've never played it, but I've seen clips of it. And I don't even know what to call it. I'm gonna call it like Chud Cores, his design stuff. Uh oh. I have to press enter. Okay, gotcha. If you're only listening, I am in the game. There is the weird Looney Tunes shader in the background. There's two houses, and I'm being confronted by Chud. It says that the West has fallen because of shit like this, which I assume references the. It's weird. If I press the number keys, I get these weird sound effects. I think that's like an error sound effect because I don't have any items in my inventory. Oh, there's cows, chat. Oh, I think that these cows are based off the 3D models that exist in Temple OS and Terry's other games. Oh, and they have collision. Very nice. The cows operate obviously on their own plane of existence, but they do wander about. I approve of this addition of cows. Oh, it's the docile cattle. These are the docile cattle that Terry warned us about. Here they are. It's a very nice herd of docile cattle. It could be said that you have a herd of cattle, this docile cattle, and they don't really do much. They just seem to eat and shit. This cattle, they just shit there, and they make me fucking rich. Just herd of cattle. Docile, the most docile fucking cattle ever. Very nice. Let's see. So they're beating this year. High interest rate environment. He also Crunklord's other interest is making money. He likes to make money. So he's implying that the interest rates have injured his ability to produce a game this year. So we just get a walking simulator. You voted for it. I didn't vote for shit. Fuck voting. Oh, there we go. Okay. There's a clock. That's a very nice clock model. Oh my god. I didn't realize that. I thought right-clicking might snap it in. This double-barrel shotgun looks exactly like the one in like that shotgun meme game. That is a nice clock, though. What time is it, though? It's only 3. It's exactly 3. And the second hand is inching is stuck. What happened at 3 o'clock that stuck this clock on the wall, chat? And then that is the logo of the hidden service. So if any of you need the URL to the Tor hidden service, you can always just play CyberChud and convert it to. This is like one of those old timey. This is a very basic keyboard. I'm gonna be real with you. Very comfortable. Always just type it in from this monitor. Can I kill one of those cows? Do I dare? Do I kill? Oh wait. Ooh, I don't have to kill a cow. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Is there more? I desire more death. Oh, look. On vacation. And it's Crunklord's avatar. It's a nice lamp. I should probably explore this floor. Oh. Dear Journal. This year I've been busy doing no things. Learning new skills. Living a healthier lifestyle. That's what I was talking about, chat. Not as productive as I wish to be. For some reason, he keeps saying that, and I disagree that he didn't put enough effort in. That's very cool, by the way. That this is the crowning. This is the biggest contribution to society that Keffels has ever made. The Wiggler was so funny that the Kiwi Farms made it their own thing, the Quiggler, and Crunklord had his own Quiggler, which has ended up in a Temple OS game. And by proxy of this offering, Keffels has done something interesting and worth noting. It's a nice server model. Oh, we're in the attic. Picture of Terry Davis above the bed. I cannot jump because the roof is too high. Make games, don't play them. Terry Davis. Oh, that's right in the feels, man. I wish if the CIA ever gave me like $40 million to fuck off, I would make video games. There was ever like a super based video game that came out that everyone loved and was like the best game ever made. After the Kiwi Farms closed, just know that I made that. Probably. Kind of want to. These docile cattle are angering me, chat. Just their existence and how complacent they are in their own confines. That they could escape if they just wanted to. It fills me with hatred and contempt, chat. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. Why do they not care? Why are they so happy? Just doing nothing all day. Just shitting and eating, chat. They disgust me. Feels good, chat. Billions. Billions and billions, chat. Can I just fall off the world? What happens if I do that? Oh, I can't. There's an invisible wall. I see. Neat. I can switch back. Well, I don't want to kill the chuds. I would kill more Trunellas. There was a spawner in the other one, but I guess there was only one on this island, and I've already taken care of them, so there's nothing more to be. Ah! This should never happen. Well, mister, it did, and I found a way. All right. That, my friends, is Chud's Vacation. Crunklord's game for 2024 as a tribute to Terry Davis and Temple OS. You tried to break it on your stream? Nah. You gotta be a real connoisseur of breaking shit to break it. I manage. All right, neat. So neat, in fact, actually, that it got a little bit of a shout out. Let me pull it up real quick. I don't want to spoil the surprise. Let's see here. Here we go. I think that this is it.
Site known as Kiwi Farms, one of these users, known as Crunklord420, had posted on their own Good account multiple different distributions and, of course, games. Games like Cyber Chud. So immediately I thought to myself, all right, they made a game engine for this? Hold on. So according to their thing, on the 5th anniversary of Terry Davis's death, I released my 4th annual tribute, a Temple OS first cross.
Crunk is not a tranny. He's just a mental social anarchist. He's very weird, but he's not like irony poison. He's a shit poster by heart, and he does things that he finds amusing and doesn't really care if anyone else finds them interesting. But he's not like annoying about it, and that's really hard to explain. Some people are like so over the top about being like a shit poster or whatever that they're just like unsocialized feral retards. Crunk straddles that line very nicely.
Platform software rasterizing 3D rendering engine, featuring skeletal animation, normal mapping, shadow mapping, cube maps, monochromatic renderer for 16 color palletization, Quake BSP support for light baking, and PVS culling. So in this, they've actually released their own fork of the operating system with their specific game. So I wanted to show you how wild this gets, and we're going to fire up a quick virtual machine and actually play Cyber Chud. So here it is. We're not only just firing it up, but it asks me right here if I want to play Cyber Chud. So I'm going to hit yes.
Very convenient.
Basically get started on here. And that is, in fact, an actual 3D rendering inside. So right over here, you can see that.
It's very impressive. I don't know what kind of pattern you would call that, but he's demonstrating that the blocks in this are blocking the light source in the middle. So and it's not just that. There's outside light sources, and then there's the inside light source that's obstructed by the 3D objects, and they're casting shadows that eclipse the what do you call it? The lighting that's like omnipresent in the mapping and stuff. It's very, very cool. It's very impressive. It's very hard. It's a lot of trigonometry and bullshit to do something like that.
Option settings, so you can enable FPS graphs, but I'm just going to go hit play and show you, for the record, this is 3D rendering happening in virtual machine software with the Temple OS system. So if you look around, you've got Ryan Gosling on.
Crunk isn't a tranny. I mean, if you disagree, you're dumb. You should read his post history. Yeah, it is a demo scene. That's what they like. If you it's all rendered by CPU. I think. I don't think that it interacts with the GPU at all. I'm pretty sure it's all CPU rendered. I can't imagine that would somehow utilize the. He would somehow be able to write a wrapper that uses NVIDIA or CUDA or whatever the fuck.
The wall, you got some cube lighting. You've actually got real lighting. You've got some anime on the wall here. You've got, again, the frame rate isn't entirely perfect, but I don't expect it to. This is actual Temple OS. And of course, full-on environments, full areas to roam around. And of course, if you go up to actual walls here, you can see that textures, animations, things are occurring, man. I mean, it's got that crazy vaporwave style going in.
Vaporwave, is that what it's called? Is that what he's going for? Let's see.
Okay, here it is. I've got a little chud jack right here. Look at you. You don't even have a gun. What do you think this is? A walking simulator? Worse, it's an engine tech demo. Anyways, here's your obligatory gun. All right, sweet. So I got the actual super shoddy over here. And of course, this chud can actually go.
No,
boom, boom.
He killed the chud chat.
I love the reload.
Mutter Harwood. Oh, well, that's cool. It's nice to see Crunklord get some appreciation from the broader internet for his hard work. Hopefully that keeps him motivated. He said he had burnout from last year, which I can imagine. If you write an entire game engine in like a year. Because his thing was that he wanted to get it done by the 5th anniversary of Terry Davis's death. So he was on like a timeline, and he was crunching super hard to get it done. Which is not like I personally disagree that all crunch is bad. Like the trannies of the world don't understand and appreciate crunch. Like there is something to be said about like when I worked my job in Australia, knowing that there were tight deadlines and everyone had to like chip in to get things done was like a huge team building exercise, and it was very rewarding. So I disagree that all crunch is bad, but there has to be like times where it's appropriate and times where it's not. But like I remember there was one thing in particular where something was fucked up and it had to be rewritten from scratch, like in a weekend. I went to a Starbucks and I was on the phone with my counterpart who lived in Canada, and we rewrote one of the most important modules of the entire application, the entire business contingent on over 12 hours together, just on constant communication, like with immediate real time responding to each other. And I was just sitting in a Starbucks the entire time. I think he was in a coffee shop too, because I remember when we spoke, I could always hear the blender in the background. So we were both just at like a Starbucks. And the funny thing is that they don't ask for rent, because if you buy like a drink, like one of the I got a Trenta ice latte with no with not no ice, because they downsize your cup. If you ask for a Trenta ice latte or coffee and you say no ice, they downsize you to a venti or whatever. But if you say light ice, you get more coffee and they don't downsize your cup. That's the trick. I don't know if that still works, but it's like an expensive cup of coffee, you know. But if you buy one every day that you work, it's like renting an office basically in terms of expense. So they don't really give you any fuss about it. Um, but yeah, crunch is necessary sometimes, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, that's a weird memory. That was a long time ago. That was a whole, like, that was so long ago. That was basically like being a different person. You know what I mean? That's why when people try to like say like, oh, you said this shit when you were a teenager, it's just so hard to take personally, because it's just like you're criticizing someone who doesn't exist anymore. Like, that person is so dead. That person is so far away from where I am right now and how I think and how I feel about things, that it's just like you're criticizing like some random fucking stranger I don't even know.
Thank you for watching this clip by Colonel J. This is the King of Bold here. Remember to like and subscribe. Juice!